Uh-oh, Mark Martin just...
Mark's in trouble. Mark's got Collins, white flag.
That's all he needed to see, Larry. He's on the pole for the 500. Get out of town.
I think you're right. I think he felt like it might get a little crazy here on this last lap, and Mark's usually pretty right.
This is going to be a crowded house. Here comes Harvick, right up the back bumper of Jimmy Johnson.
And there goes Kyle Busch in the 18 car. Jump to the high side. He gets blocked. He goes back to the bottom.
Jimmy Johnson doing what a whale of a job he's doing on those tires. Stayed out.
I think Boyer pushed Harvick right by him on the outside through 3 and 4.
Teammates. 2 Chevys helping each other.
Hey, have you ever seen this movie before?
Here comes Harvick.
Don't count Jimmy Johnson
Jimmy
out.
Johnson's fighting back.
It's going to be a drag.
Not over yet.
Checkered in the air. Jimmy Johnson. Johnson got it.
I mean,
by inch.
6/1000ths of a second.
That's what I said, an inch.
With no fresh tires on that race car.
Good call, Chad Canals.
Unofficially for the transfer spot.
Let it go. I didn't know it was over. I was still going.
How close do you want it?
Harvick tried to get that side draft off of him.
And he actually sucked Jimmy Johnson around. You can see the back of the car swing around just a tad, but he made it.
Wow. What great camera work. What a finish. Right there.
There's the difference.
Instead of Harvick by inches, it's Johnson by inches.
I think, like you said, that 14 and that 2, if they could possibly get hooked up here, and here comes Matt Kence's. Help is on the way, Smoke, if you just hang on to her.
And all Casey Kane in that 9 can do is just try to work him back and forth between him. I think the low place is where he needs to be, as long as they don't get the run on the high side.
Looking back from the leader, Casey Kane.
Here comes 14 on the outside.
And he's going to get a shot from Montoya. Watch him through 3 and 4 on the high side here.
That's all it took right there, just that extra little boost.
That 2 Chevys hooked up.
Here we come.
Slingshotted Tony Stewart right alongside Casey Kane.
Looks like the first race, the man on the inside won the first one. Let's see what happens here.
All right, who's going to make the Daytona 500?
I believe Stewart. Now Kane's fighting back. It's Kane, I believe.
Got it. Casey Kane. By about another inch.
First Daytona win of any kind for Casey Kane.
2 races combined, 2/100ths of a second.
Yep, tight. Good racing, good racing. Woo!
Unbelievable.
There's the margin right here.
That's the way it's supposed to be right here. Look at that.
Oh, unbelievable. Flag in the wind, 1 lap to go.
ECR engines at the front of the field working together and looking good.
The big question, both those guys, they have to be on fumes as far as fuel, the 1 and the 29.
I don't like that. There's a little bit nervous getting a big lead out here. You got to be careful, but with these guys 2 by 2 behind them, it might work.
Staying to the inside, the 2 leaders have no drafting help, but they are scooting away from the pack. 3 corners to go.
Now Harvick, he'll keep pushing him, and he'll get over here to the trioval, try to make the slingshot on him.
As soon as he knows that he doesn't have to worry about that 3rd place car of Montoya, he probably will try to make the move, although I don't know if it'll do him any good or not.
Last chance through the trioval.
Here he comes!
Here they come!
Oh, he got him! It's Harvick!
He got him!
He timed it perfect!
He got him!
Mister, where did he come from? Wins Talladega.
He got him!
He timed it picture perfect.
Oh, boy.
And McMurray opened that bottom just enough.
I think McMurray thought, I've got it made because Harvick's not going to do anything. He can't afford to. Holy cow, look at Delana. She can't believe it.
Awesome job, guys. Awesome job. I mean, that played out to the T. To the pass on the last lap.
Yeah, baby.
You said you wanted to be.
You see what happened? He got him wiggling a little bit, Larry.
Through the trial.
Got him a little bit loose, and that's what won the race for him. When he went across the back of his bumper, got him a little loose, opened the door.
I don't know who it was, Darrell, but on Friday I saw him do that to someone in practice. Wiggle him up a little, move underneath, and make the pass. Harvick on Friday was practicing his race-winning move.
You see right
and
there.
it pays off right here.
Yeah, you see right there, Mike, he had the 1 car of McMurray sideways.
And how fitting Shell Pennzoil was on that car when he won the Daytona 500 a little over 3 years ago. The announcement made this week that they will be leaving that team at the end of 2010.
To the white flag. Last lap at Montreal. Even if the caution comes out, the race will be over. The field will be frozen. Pappas looking to close in. If they tangle, the 32 will try and pounce.
Oh, walks the wheels
bobble bounce in. No, it's close.
Oh, man, look at Villeneuve pushing hard.
Oh, inside for second. Villeneuve. Can he stay there? No, Pappas gets back by. Now Pappas has to try and chase Boris Said back down.
And that's just what Boris Said needed. Let those guys race, let him get out of Dodge. And he pulls about 10 car lengths on him.
Turn 8 and turn 9. There's Robbie Gordon's car as the driver walks away.
Boris has got a good turn 10, Andy.
Yeah, he did a good job getting down in there. I was wondering if he was going to be able to get in there without wheel hopping. That's the key right there. I believe he can hold him off through these next two corners.
Remember, it was the last corner of the last lap last year. One little mistake that cost Marcus Ambrose the win and allowed Carl Edwards to go by. Here's Pappas inside of Boris.
He got him.
Boris going to try the crossover.
Clear.
Pappas over the curbs. Here comes Boris Said, drag racing to the finish line, side by side. Who's going to get here first? It is, I think, Boris Said. I think he got him by a bumper.
Unreal. Boris Said wins by a bumper. You're exactly right.
Photo finish there.
Wow. I know NASCAR will go check the photo finish camera on that one.
Boys, real
it was
proud
that
of you.
close.
You guys did a great job.
It sure looked to me like Boris Said got there by the width of that front bumper on that car. What a finish. Check it out.
Man, what a move Max Pappas put on Boris Said getting into these two corners.
But then he hopped the curb coming out of that corner, and Boris got to his inside, and it was a drag race from there.
Same thing we saw last year with Marcus Ambrose and Carl Edwards.
And from the photo finish camera, it is indeed Boris Said, a winner in the Nationwide Series, finally.
Kyle Busch make his move on Almirola. How does he make his move?
Or will he make his move? Almirola pushed him to the win a year ago.
They were teammates. They're not
Everybody
now.
still in line. Still in line.
He'll try
No
to
big
jump
run.
around that 51
No big
truck.
run.
Down the back stretch, getting ready to come into turn number 3
18
for
still
the
tight
final
with
turn here at
Still tight with
Talladega.
us.
Got a long way to go to the start-finish line. Almirola in front of Kyle Busch. Back behind him, Sauter.
Bring it to the checkered. Bring it to the
And
checkered.
the
Still
88
lined
of
up.
Matt Crafton.
Still
Are they
lined
going to
up.
make the move? Here comes Sauter looking to the inside. Almirola in front of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is going to move to the
Still lined up.
inside.
Keep
It's
coming.
a drag
Keep coming.
race. They're 3 wide at the stripe. It looked as though
In the
Kyle
middle there.
Busch
You
may
get
have
him.
outlasted
Outside. I
Almirola.
think you might have got him, Busch.
2/1000ths of a second. And one of the things you've always got to realize when you come to Talladega, you cannot go below the double yellow line.
driving that, but I'm telling you what case?
That's Rick Rick.
he's Kyle Busch.
That was amazing.
Almirola moved up the racetrack just enough to open it up for the 18. Take a look.
He didn't move up as much as he was shoved around, Rick. He's all over the back of that truck. You know he's just driving the front tires. He wasn't driving the back ones. Look at Johnny Sauter diving to the outside.
Look at Kyle sideways. Unbelievable.
Took
As
the
they cross-
checker out of control.
Yeah, look at this.
This is going to be a great angle.
As they come to the stripe,
Great shot, guys.
Busch goes down to the bottom. Sauter goes up to the top, and right at the stripe, it's amazing. Johnny Sauter is right at the door of the 51, and he finishes third.
That's what 2/1000 of a second.
Burton and Bain back at 9th and 10th. White flag. And Jeff Burton.
I guarantee you, wild thing in that 18 car, he's not going to be content to run fourth in this race.
This will not be the way they finish.
2 Chevys, 2 Toyotas, 2 Dodges, 2 Toyotas, a Chevy and a Toyota. But on point, Jeff Burton. trying for his first Daytona Speed Week's checkered flag. Clint Boyer locked on to him.
I know Michael and Kyle would like to pull out, but they're afraid to.
Too wide behind them with Brian Kozlowski in fifth.
They're going to take a look here. Michael and Kyle, here they come. They've got to run, but they're going to
crash.
Oh, no.
Trevor Bayne is in it along with David Regan. And Burton will win it over Boyer.
5 1/1000ths of a second.
A thrilling finish, but in more ways than one, as they got 3, maybe 4 abreast up in turn number 4.
What a shame for the 21 car.
Yes.
Burton's a winner. Chicken dinner. It looked like Jeff kind of ran down on the 21 car.
I mean, Jeff Gordon went from the top to the bottom to not get involved in that wreck. Remember,
That's Michael Waltrip right along with Casey Kane. Then the 2 Fords back to the battle up front. White flag is out. Here we go. Who's going to win it at Daytona?
We see Reed.
Oh, look out.
Okay,
look out
Logano.
into the wall. He caroms off. Everybody else gets by. He'll go back into the wall. The white flag's still out. No caution on the
Still racing
racetrack.
that into turn 3. Junior's right on the bumper. Clint Boyer.
Does he make history? Dale Earnhardt Jr. or does Clint Boyer win? And here comes Tony Stewart. He's getting the push from Castle. Coming out of 4. This is really going to be
Here
close.
goes Junior to the inside.
Junior to the inside. Boyer takes the lead and pulls on and at the stripe. It's Boyer. Stewart. I thought it was Boyer, but Tony Stewart does it. Wow. Holy God. Oh.
They're saying Boyer's the winner. That was too close to call.
I thought so too, and then the scoring monitor came up and said Stewart. It looked like Boyer had it, and NASCAR is saying it is Clint Boyer.
Well, Tony Stewart doesn't know that.
Now we're holding 4. Nope, it is
okay,
official.
that's now Tony Stewart.
It is
Great
official.
job, buddy. Great job.
Whew.
4 in a row, baby.
4 in a row is right.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. 6 out of the last 7. Tony Stewart, his 16th Daytona win. And the streak continues. He's won at least one event since 2005 during Speed Weeks. Let's go back and take another look at this, because this was oh so close.
There it is.
It's right at the very front. 7 1/1000ths of a second. Incredible.
Most of this race, they're just now showing it.
The bell lap, and the man who started up front leads it, Jeff Gordon.
But here comes the next 2 pair. These 2 cats right here, they may have timed it out too. Let's see what happens down the back.
Now they will get a draft off Mark Martin. And here's the slingshot to the outside.
Stay together. That's what they're saying. Stay together. Push, push, push. Well, get tight down here in turn 3.
Don't forget Jimmy Johnson and Dale Jr., 5th and 6th. They are there. Which group will they go with? And will it help the Childress cars, or will it help Jeff Gordon to victory lane?
All bets are off. They get to the middle of the tri-oval.
Watch out down low.
Way down comes Johnson.
Good run.
He's got room. They're 3 wide. 3 by 3 to the line.
Johnson.
Maybe Jimmy Johnson.
I believe he got him by an inch.
2 1/1000ths of a second he beat Boyer.
Okay, a 1/16 of an inch.
Have you ever?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
No, we have
I have never seen anything like that. Woo-hoo. What a finish.
They are right now. Jimmy Johnson with the victory.
Jeff Gordon watching Boyer, seeing if he can beat Boyer. Left just enough room on the inside for Johnson and Earnhardt. Right there in the tri-oval, it's Boyer's race.
Yeah, it looks like Boyer's pulling ahead, but then all of a sudden they hit that wall of air. Here comes the 48.
But Darrell, the start-finish line here is 1,000 feet further. And look how close it is, 4 wide at the wire.
That is just a beautiful thing right there. 2, 4, 6, 8 cars.
So close, we can hardly capture it with our stop-motion camera. There's a look at it, and there is the margin.
Here comes the white flag.
They got to run. They're going to separate those two right there.
1 lap to go. Down on the low side, it's Annette with Stephen Wallace pushing. Neither one of them has ever won a nationwide race. Look out, Danica brushes the wall. They gather it back up. Sadler in trouble now as they broke apart. He and the 9 of Tony Stewart.
Logano and Kyle Busch to the lead.
On the high side, and all of a sudden, the Annette combination breaks apart. Here comes Reed Sorensen, and he could win the $100,000 bonus in the Nationwide Dash for Cash. Coming out of turn number 4, it looks like Joey Logano has been so good at pushing, may end up winning. Oh, crash in the back. At the stripe, the win goes to Logano, and look at the carnage behind. We have got one car on fire. There's what's left of McMurray.
So that was a big, big, hard crash. See parts laying everywhere. There's Mike Wallace. Got the win in that down.
2 races in a row for him to get crashed.
If not, we got 2 good cars that aren't tore up, and pretty pumped up.
All right, we'll show you the replay over here. If you take a look at here is the final lap you coming across here. You see you're trying to get by all this mess.
Oh, there's a big chunk behind us there. I didn't realize there's that much wreck there. But I caught the end of that replay there. But I was listening to Kyle Spotter, and I could hear him coming. 6 back.
Busch looking to make more history. Oh, Logano wants a win at Bristol. Who's going to get it? White flag this time by. Half a mile to go. The race is between the teammates. He's there. How deep will he go? Side by side. Runs him up. Here they come for the stripe. Who's going to win it? It looks like it's going to be.
Yes, sir. You got
Busch, winning number 50.
Number 50 that makes you the most winning in the nationwide. Good job.
Wow, what a finish. Man.
Look at the celebration. Joey Logano, a great run in 2nd place. 3rd goes to Boyer. Edwards rallies from the penalty for 4th, and Eric Almirola does it again. Finishes 5th.
It's a line you're looking at him, you're like, am I going to get it or not? Yeah, right here, watch on replay. I did everything I possibly can. I run him up the racetrack pretty hard there, and did everything besides wrecking him, I guess. So.
White flag, down to the final lap. Can anybody run up and catch Burton and Boyer? They've got some ground to make up if they're going to do it. Shuffling around in this pack.
8 of the last 12 races here have been decided on the last lap.
Dave Blaney first to break from the traffic with Brad Keselowski. Here come Brian Vickers and Casey Kane. Whole knot of cars behind them, but Jeff Burton is a half a lap from victory. This far clear of the pack. Does Boyer pull out and try and win?
There's a chance that Boyer might try to pull out and win when they get to the trial.
Here he goes. Here he goes. Does the pack have a chance to run him down?
Side over there, you and him. No pressure.
Side by side in contact. The pack is not going to catch him. They bounce off again. Clint Boyer gets the win.
I don't know who won that. Good job, Clint.
Another frantic Talladega finish. We heard the radio conversation between Burton and Boyer about how quickly they needed to get together to hold off the competition. They did it, others around them faltered, and then they raced for it between themselves.
That's exactly why Clint Boyer wanted to get Jeff Burton out there so they could get far enough that he could make a move to have a chance to win this race.
Part of me wants to cry, part of me wants to cheer. Anytime you leave here and you can, cars in one piece, you should be happy, but to come that close after the year we've had is pretty disheartening.
What kind of encouragement does it give you, though?
Well, it's been a hard year. I mean, it really has, and I'm proud of everybody though for keeping their heads up. And
white flag. 1 lap to go, and Busch pushes Stewart to the lead. Ambrose tucks in 3rd.
That 18 car has got to be a mess.
Now, what do you do?
But that man wheeling it, he don't care. And this is where you see your 2-car tandem right here.
Remember, he'll try to beat you when he gets over here.
You know who that was? That's Steve Addington.
Who used to be Kyle's crew chief and is now Tony's crew chief.
He will try to beat you.
1 mile to the finish line of the Budweiser shootout. Tony Stewart or Kyle Busch, who's going to win it?
I don't know if Kyle's got it. Remember what happened the last time these two were coming to a start-finish line back in the July race?
Smoke versus Wild Thing to the line.
He got him! He got him!
Wild Thing wins!
He got him! I ain't believing it.
He timed it absolutely perfect.
I ain't believing it.
So that's 3 times tonight he's done the wildest piece of driving I've ever seen. That kid is such a wheelman.
And people wonder why we get so excited about when he races and when he does what he does. There's nobody that can do what he does.
By 1/100th of a second, Kyle Busch is the champion of the Budweiser shootout.
Look at his race car. It is destroyed.
Larry, it was dragging the ground, sparks flying out from under it, and he timed that beautifully.
There it is on Fox Extreme slow motion. Kyle Busch for Joe Gibbs Racing, the winner.
That was pretty unbelievable.
Look at this last lap. Now, in the old style of tandem racing, the pusher could not be the trophy holder. Not tonight.
White flag, last lap of the race. Who's going to get back first and win it?
With you, white flag, one more.
Let's go, Witt. Learned enough today to know exactly where to make this move.
And remember Daytona last quarter, that car in front got awfully wide.
And will Joey Logano be satisfied to push Kyle Busch to a win? Don't think I would.
Remember at Talladega, the finish line is not in the center of the tri-oval. It's past that final corner. So now still one more turn to go.
Logano's got a little space here to try to make a move.
Here comes the move. Logano to the outside. Kyle Busch to the inside. Joey Logano wins it.
Now that took some patience for him to wait that long to make that move.
That's perfection at his best right there. He stayed on him to get a little separation between the 88 and the 6, and that allowed him to pull out and make the move.
That was awesome.
Another Talladega race with a last lap pass for the win. By that much.
Great finish.
Flag will fly one more time around in the 2012 season.
Look at the run that Cale Gale got off turn 4. He drove right up on the tailgate of Kyle Busch.
Cale Gale looks to the inside. Kyle Busch run in the middle of the racetrack. Coming out of 2. Cale Gale goes to the inside. No contact made. Cale Gale has the advantage down the backstretch. Now here comes Kyle Busch once again. Into turn 3. Kyle Busch running the middle. Cale Gale the inside as they come out of turn number 4. Cale Gale with the advantage. Does the momentum carry Kyle Busch back to the start-finish line? They hit. They come across.
Cale Gale wins.
Cale Gale will win at Homestead.
Woo!
How about that? What a great job by Cale Gale. Cale Gale rubbing against Kyle Busch as they came out of turn number 4.
You got it.
Cale Gale wins the last race of the year.
Holy cow.
There you go, Bob.
Guys, he might have had fresher tires too. He pitted on lap 126, 21 laps after Kyle Busch pitted. Look at the left front tire already flat on Cale Gale's truck.
He was squeezing Kyle into the wall to slow that momentum.
One more time.
Here he goes. Cale had to run on the bottom. Didn't quite clear Kyle.
Watch him squeeze him up, though.
It's the only thing he could do. It's the only thing he could do.
Yeah, and you know, and Kyle came down to side draft Cale, too, and got over on the side of Cale. And maybe Cale said, well, if you're going to come over, I'm going to join you. Unbelievable. Isn't that a great way to finish our 2012 truck season?
Cale Gale is going to say yes. Kyle
Yes,
Busch is going to say no.
James Busch is going to say yes.
James Busch
Todd Dillon is going to say no.
He's going to say no. The emotions
of this sport, of NASCAR racing. That's passion there. That's desire.
Look at the margin of victory here.
It was 14/1000ths of a second, about a foot.
And there was smoke and sparks. That's how a race should end, right?
White flag. Last lap underway at Bristol. Who gets the trophy? Kyle Larson looking on Kyle Busch. Slow cars ahead, final corner. Busch tries the bottom, Larson goes high, squeeze to the stripe. Kyle Busch by a fender at the finish line.
Wow. That's closer than I thought it was going to be.
What a run to the checkered flag. Kyle Busch.
Great job, Tony. Great job, Kyle. That was all you today, buddy.
He had to pick a lane with those lap cars ahead of him. He chose the bottom. Larson took the one that wasn't occupied. It was close.
Great job by Kyle Busch, too. He just didn't quite get the run up off the corner. Gave the opening. Kyle Larson used up the right side of that Chevrolet.
Look at that run on the inside for Timothy Peters.
Here comes Timothy Peters. 1 lap to go. Side by side going into turn 1. White flag is in the air. Timothy Peters moving to the inside. Kyle Busch on the outside. The final 2 turns. Coming out of turn number 4. Timothy Peters. Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch will win. Peters will slide.
And hard into the inside wall.
Contact made just as they were crossing the stripe. Kyle Busch wins. Timothy Peters finishes second.
Oh, what a night in Bristol. Listen to the crowd.
And nothing Kyle Busch did to cause that. Timothy Peters was just racing hard. Kyle had the momentum from the high side. It pulled him by. You see Matt Crafton down there with a little contact with the 18 of Joey Coulter.
Crafton, we believe by our scoring monitor, keeps his top 10 streak alive. He finishes 10th tonight.
1 lap to go.
There's Alex Bowman in that 23 car. He's trying to fight to get to the top 15, make his first Daytona 500 start.
Come on, boys and girls. Let's keep it clean. Let's try to get these things back in one piece.
18 cars in that lead draft, not counting those a lap down. And out of those 18, 15 about to earn a starting spot in the 500.
Boy, it's tight right back in there. That is tight.
Look at the run, though, that Cole Whitten, that 26 car got. That moves him into the top 15.
Along with Kligerman and Patrick. They have moved up. Nobody has had anything for Matt Kenseth. His Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota is going to try to hold off Kevin Harvick. Where did he come from?
How about that 98 of Josh Wise up in the thick of things right here, boys?
Harvick to the inside. Kenseth outside. Kenseth by a foot and a half in a 3-wide finish.
Looked like 1959 all over again. 3 wide at the start-finish line.
2 100ths of a second separating Kenseth and Harvick. 6 100ths separating the top 3.
Nice job. Really nice. I'm so happy that everybody made it back and didn't wreck. Some guys, look at this.
Harvick makes the move. He gets that side draft up there on Matt Kenseth. And here comes Casey Kane. Wow.
White flag in the air. One more time around Daytona.
White flag, one more.
Peters holding his line on the bottom of the racetrack.
Looks like Kyle Busch has fallen off of Peters' tailgate a bit. And that outside line can't keep up the pace right now.
I think that's what Kyle Busch wants. He wants to be able to. Now, here comes Truex up next, side by side with Kyle.
What a run for Truex.
Truex with another run as they enter turn number 3. He's side by side for second. Kyle Busch is boxed in as they come through 3 and 4. Now he's got a little bit of an advantage. Kyle Busch, does he have the momentum? Coming out of turn number 4, he makes the move to the outside. Timothy Peters checks him up high as they come to the stripe. Side by side for the win. It's going to go to Kyle Busch as he crossed the stripe.
Jimmy Willer gets turned around past the start-finish line.
A perfectly timed pass for Kyle Busch. And of course, we got to apologize, a little emotion there in the radio.
What an amazing run to the checker.
Boy, Timothy Peters did all he could do to try to block Kyle Busch. He had to give him a little bit of room. 3.
You see the gap right there? I think Kyle got that on purpose to get off of Timothy Peters. Use the run to get to the outside of him. Timothy did all he could do. He tried to swoop over and get a push from Sauter for the win. It just didn't work.
Look how close the finish is at Daytona once again. 17 1/1000ths of a second.
Wow, unbelievable.
I love trucks.
I thought it was going to be 3 wide for a moment.
We've seen that before a few times.
I love trucks.
Look at that.
Keselowski clear to the lead. Last lap at Daytona. Can Smith rally back? Can Kyle Busch find a way clear on that inside line of the traffic? Or will the caution come out and end it early?
That's what you have to do. You can't wait to make your move. You got to go. They're bumping, but they can't stay locked on even on this last lap.
Hold your breath. Here they come to the checkered flag. Keselowski and Smith and the whole pack steaming to the finish line. Regan Smith wins it by a fender. Trouble after the checkered flag. They're crashing down in turn 1.
You're all right. Walk it down, you're all right.
Oh, wow. Ryan Reed into Joe Nemechek hard. The checkers, and this time by that much. Wow.
.013. That's
Here they come to the white flag. Do they have enough fuel to get back? Final lap of Daytona is underway.
'42's on you tight. Yep, 22's closer.
Joey Logano getting a run on Regan Smith. Here comes Casey Kane in the 5. Ryan Sieg in that 39 car up through the middle. Jeremy Clements into the picture. All going on behind Regan Smith. Can he hang on? Will the fuel last to the finish line? Here they come to the checkers. Casey Kane on the outside lane. 3 wide to the win at Daytona. Wow, what a finish.
That was incredible. How did he do that? Unbelievable, the move that he made right there.
Good job, guys. Good car. The rest is behind me.
And some good driving, too.
He restarted 7th for the green-white checker. He made a move up through the middle, down the backstretch, and came around 3 wide to the outside to the finish line to take home a Daytona trophy.
I just didn't really think that he had enough momentum out there. I thought when I saw him down the backstretch, he might have a chance, but then he didn't have any real help after that.
Watch this. In February, Regan Smith won by 13 1/1000ths of a second. Casey Kane just won by 20 thousandths of a second.
I believe that's Ryan Sieg that's pushing him across the line there. What a great job he did.
They're trying to set up that inside move at turn 9. Could not do it, but here he is at turn 10. Caroga looked to the inside, but Blaney holds him off. White flag in the air, 1 to go in Canada.
I think that was practice right there.
And that white flag is big for Blaney because now he knows no green-white checker. They're playing a different strategy.
But you remember Ty Dillon a year ago, his truck started to sputter a bit on the last lap, and that enabled Chase Elliott to get to the inside of him.
Been 33 laps since that 29 truck was on pit road. Remember, we've had a number of caution laps. They feel confident they can get to the end here, but can he hold them off?
Look at these two slipping and sliding sideways desperately racing toward the checkered flag.
Blaney clean down through turn 4 and up to the hairpin at turn 5. Quiroga closes in, but Blaney has been so strong off the corner. He gets a nice pull here, and one final time they head down the long back straightaway.
But watch this 77 of Quiroga. He's been really fast on this long back straightaway, using the draft to try to pull alongside Blaney. He's right there, Phil.
Boy, this is deja vu of a year ago.
See Ryan Blaney moves
to the outside.
Quiroga to the outside as they head to turn 8. Blaney trying to hold him off. Quiroga going to have the inside preferred line as they go to turn 9. Quiroga takes the top spot. Blaney tries the crossover. Here they are at turn 10. Quiroga trying to pull him to the start-finish line. As they come to the line, checkered flag, Ryan Blaney by a nose.
Unbelievable. You talking about coal under fire.
You lose the lead, you get it back, and for the 3rd time in his career, Ryan Blaney gets the checkered flag.
And he's 20 years old. 20 years old and had the presence of mind to make that move there. He didn't fight back. He didn't beat on the 77. He let him have the lead. He switched over, got position to get underneath him off of turn 10 and beat him in the lead.
He had the plan the whole time. Okay, you've got me, buddy, but there's one more turn, and I'm going to set myself up to drive off that corner the best I have all day long. And watch this move.
It never touched him. Never touched him.
Wow, everything we hoped it would be. We're side by side coming to the white. It doesn't get any better than this in NASCAR.
Final lap. Next flag ends it, whether it be the caution or the checker. Advantage Casey Kane into 1.
Eric Jones stays right there, right in this quarter panel. They're dead even off of 2.
This is intense. Those guys want it so bad.
Who's going to have the advantage? Kane eking out in front as they come off of turn 4. Jones trying to power to the outside. Here they come back to the start-finish line. It's going to be a photo finish, sliding sideways at the line. Casey Kane wins it at Charlotte, and a huge crash behind him.
How's us first? I haven't heard from NASCAR yet.
By 1/1000th of a second, Casey Kane sideways gets the victory.
Wow, what a finish.
Unbelievable.
White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. And the next flag going to end this one. The caution or the checkers. Can Chase Elliott hang on? 11 races at Daytona. Had a last lap pass for the win.
It looks like more aggressive on the outside. Look, here comes Logano. He's to Elliott.
Elliott goes up for the block. Opens the door for Sadler down low. He's working the double yellow line as they head to turn 3.
Logano's not clear.
Logano pushing him forward. When do you make the move if you're Joey Logano?
You hop to the outside as soon as you can now.
Last year's Daytona 500 winner. The man that will start on the pole tomorrow. Could there be contact? Chase Elliott. Wow. Dramatic finish at Daytona gets the checkered flag.
What a block by Chase Elliott.
That was a great finish. Great job by Chase Elliott. Joey Logano did everything he could do, but what a great day for Chase and that whole 88 team.
Wow. That was awesome. What a great job of driving.
Way to be, guys.
He does a great job right there. He uses the wall as a pick, too. You know, if he had dove to the yellow line, then that would have given Logano plenty of room. But he had to squeeze between Chase Elliott and that outside wall, and he just couldn't make that move work.
They hit a lot harder than I thought they did. There's a lot more contact.
Right here's the move. Chase up high. Look at that.
Drag it back.
How do you keep that thing from spinning?
I don't know. That could have been the whole field crashed right there. I mean, it caved the whole quarter panel in on that car. That was really, really aggressive.
I go back to Thursday in the duel.
Look at him turning right. Look at that driving right there.
Chase Elliott in the qualifying race here, learning from one of the best.
Here comes the 20 of Matt Kenseth.
Can't do it.
No, he just doesn't have enough of a push. He's going to have to back up to that car behind him and get that push, but he's trying.
He wants that 4 car to help him. Here he goes.
Next flag ends the race.
I just don't think he can do it from the outside.
He might be able to get up to 3rd, maybe 2nd. I just don't know if he's going to get all the way up to the lead, but here he comes.
Got to run down the back. It's going to be a drag race off turn 4, but I just don't see him being able to pull it off.
He's getting a big push. He's getting a big push.
He's coming. He's up to second.
Hamlin a second. Up
Watch
high.
the inside. Watch the inside. Mark Truex Jr. 3 wide.
Truex to the bottom. Don't wreck.
Kansas saves it. Here they come to the line. This is the finish of the Daytona 500.
Come on,
side by side, bouncing off each other.
Unbelievable. I think it was Denny Hamlin.
I have it as Hamlin.
By an inch.
What
Denny
a finish.
Hamlin.
By
Oh,
an
my
inch.
goodness.
Wow. I'm telling you.
I've got chills at my spine. That was amazing.
Baby. Are you kidding me? I knew it. That's where it would have to happen off turn 4, but I didn't know how it was going to happen.
Holy cow, baby. You are the man. Lambert, love you, buddy. Love you.
The closest 500
Ever. Have you ever?
No, I've never. But I'm glad I was here to see it today.
Let's have a look, folks, at this near photo finish. The first Daytona 500 was decided in a photo finish.
Look at that.
Wow.
Inches.
Great move to go to the outside, take that push from Kevin Harvick. Now this is a gutsy move right here.
Whoa,
You got your
baby.
teammate trying to block you. We talked about teammates and alliances and all those things. I tell you what, there was no alliance right there. Denny Hamlin wanted to win the Daytona 500, and what a great finish between he and Martin Truex Jr. Incredible.
He wins his 11th Daytona 500 in car number 11.
And Truex.
Pretty good feeling about that.
And Truex had the lead by about 8 inches. Hamlin side drafts off him and takes it.
Carl Edwards is going to give him a run for his money on those 2 tires.
It's going to be hard for him to hold Carl Edwards off.
Austin Dillon dropping way back. Won't be a factor.
If Harvick can hold him off, I tell you, he's Superman. That's all I can say.
Well, he held him off right there through 1 and 2, but can he do it 3 and 4?
3 wide, turn 2. Everybody gets through. Next flag ends the race. There's never been a last lap pass at Phoenix.
Here comes Carl.
He's under him. He's going to move him up the racetrack.
Got him up the hill. Here he comes.
Wow, look at him slam.
It's going to be.
Too close to call.
I can't call that one.
Did you see them hitting one another?
I think Harvick got it by a fraction of an inch.
I think 1/100th of a second. What a finish.
I tell you, okay, Kevin Harvick, Superman. I'll give him that.
And you got to give Carl Edwards a lot of credit for making that thing interesting. Boy, he went for it right there.
What a finish.
This is them coming through the tri-oval on the back straightaway. Carl just dives it in there, and he just takes all 4 to the bottom.
Here we go.
Puts that fender in the
on
left
each
rear
other.
quarter panel.
Bang. Harvick's going to bang him back. Bang.
Man, they almost wrecked right there. Only one of the closest finishes in history, if I had to guess.
Look at that. Oh, Blaney says, how about doing that one more time, boys?
He blocks the 21 on the high side.
Oh, this is going to be a run. He's going to
get
have a run down the back.
here.
It's going to be huge.
Can he get beside him, and can he make clear it? Don't go to the inside. Go to the outside. There it is. He's going to get him right here.
I think it's going to be a drag race to the line.
Oh, he's got him.
I think he might have him. He's got the momentum.
Don't wreck.
They touch. They touch. They're sliding. They're banging. Larson got him.
Oh, my goodness.
Are you kidding me?
Got him.
That was amazing. How they did not wreck is unbelievable.
Guys, that was just to get in the All-Star race.
Larry, I don't care. That's $1 million move, brother. $1 million move right there.
I'll tell you what.
How did they both hang on?
Watch this, Mike. Watch.
I got the 24 just had it right there.
He does until he starts getting crowded up the hill.
This reminds me of Ricky Craven and Kurt Busch at Darlington.
Kind of reminds me of Larry and Kyle Petty here a few years ago. Davey Allison. Wow. What a finish.
Well, now Chase Elliott's going to have to depend on that fan vote.
And Cole Custer is coming to get the white flag. 1 lap to go. Spencer Gallagher is going to get his truck refired down in turn 10.
Gallagher went around off the front bumper of the 2 of Cindric.
Now can John Hunter Nemechek catch Cole Custer? Remember, if Custer wins, he secures a spot in the chase. Nemechek's already got that spot locked up. He's looking for win number 2 of the season.
There's nobody going to run this lap any harder than John Hunter Nemechek.
It's the last lap at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, and Cole Custer trying to hold on for the win. Into turn 5. Custer gets through it.
Nemechek's gained a little bit of ground on him here, off of 5.
This is a tough corner we're coming to. If Cole Custer is conservative at all, John Hunter Nemechek can get there.
Under the bridge, coming to turn 8. Nemechek right on the bumper of Cole Custer. Custer getting through. Here they come through turn 9. Nemechek gives him a little bump. Custer hanging on. Nemechek gets into it. John Hunter Nemechek and Cole Custer, they're rocking and spinning, coming to the line. Who is it going to be? Side by side through the grass.
I think it looked like Nemechek to me, but I'm not sure. Did Hemrick get by both of them?
I'm not sure anybody knows who crossed the line first. Waiting on NASCAR to make the official call. John Hunter Nemechek and Cole Custer were off the track in the grass when they crossed the area of the start-finish line, and Daniel Hemrick actually came through on the track to cross the line first. But who's going to be declared the winner? And remember,
NASCAR has not announced a winner of the race yet. What has your team told you, if anything?
I don't know. They don't have a picture of it, but I feel like we're even with them or ahead of them, so I don't know what to tell you.
It's Cole Custer. A lot of emotion, a lot on the line as we wait for NASCAR's decision. Vince?
Well, the race has been over almost 5 minutes now, and still not a winner determined.
Yeah, I'm gonna call the 8 a winner from the video we just saw. Yep. He was definitely ahead of the 00 Cole Custer when they got to the line, and it looked like they both were ahead of maybe the 19 of Hemrick.
You think possibly NASCAR is considering any sort of penalty for what happened here? You can see the truck on the right looks like about a half a foot or so ahead.
That looks like the start-finish line right there, doesn't it, guys?
And the 8 of John Hunter Nemechek is just a little bit ahead. As you see, that thick white line is the finish line, and that certainly looks to be the 8 at that point. We have been told that John Hunter Nemechek has been declared the winner.
Well, he is clearly ahead.
Really, really feel for that young man, Cole Custer, driving that 00 car.
What about 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Hamlin's got to run, Adam. Can he get Byron loose?
Right at your bumper here.
Yes, he did. Coming off of turn 2.
Wow. Back, looking bottom. Inside quarter, inside quarter. Inside quarter. Speed smooth up top. Speed smooth up top. Top and out back.
And here comes Elliott Sadler.
Smooth up top. 2 back to the top lane.
3-man dance for the lead.
Still there inside quarter. Quarter. Keep coming.
Byron hanging on. Hamlin looking inside. Sadler's right there as well. Contest as they come off of turn 4. Back to the checkered flag at the line. Denny Hamlin wins it by a nose. What a finish.
Impressive finish.
Thank you, race team.
That will absolutely break your heart.
Since no one like that. Hey, that's called doing work right there, babe. I know you got it in it. You a damn all-star. Now go do it tomorrow.
Wow. That was amazing. Closest finish ever at Michigan International Speedway in the Xfinity Series. Just a perfect job of driving by Denny Hamlin. He put the pressure on William Byron. He got him a little bit loose off turn 2, and Byron hung. Got to get to the white flag. Tyler Reddick's been in this situation before. Next flag ends the race, whether it's the checkered or the caution. This is when you drive the lap of your life to get a trophy at Daytona.
Oh, Tyler's getting really far in front. Elliott Sadler's going to lag back and get a big run here, but we also got the 11 and 24 forming up behind.
Here comes
one back.
Kaz Grala.
He's getting help. Coming to your mirror. Coming to your mirror.
Elliott's going to get position on him. What's the 11
to the inside? Ryan Truex look to the high side. Reddick still out front. Here comes the 16 of Ryan Reed.
Oh, this is going to be a photo finish, guys. We're going to bring this one right down to the line.
Coming off of turn 4. High side of the white car is Reddick. Trying to get his second career win of the season opener at Daytona. But to the inside, it's Elliott Sadler. A photo finish.
Tyler Reddick's going to edge him out.
And Tyler Reddick at the line pulls it off.
Woohoo! Wow.
Look at that.
Junior Motorsports, another win on a plate track.
And Elliott Sadler, another second place finish.
His third in a row.
Wow.
5 of the last 9 at Daytona have gone to Junior Motorsports. And here we are right at the line by that much.
Wow. Elliott Sadler made a great move to get a side draft on Tyler Reddick.
One more time around. Big run out of Haley as he gets up to the back bumper of the 7.
Runs coming from both lanes. The inside's on the inside of Larson now.
Elliott Sadler. Now, can he clear the 42? Sadler up front.
He didn't clear him.
By inches, he didn't clear him. Now he's got to side draft him. Get to that left rear quarter panel. Pull him back to you. Hope the 22 gets to you. Push you in front of the 42.
Side by side down the backstretch.
What matters now is what line's going to get the help from behind. What's Blaney going to do here? There's going to be a huge push from the top.
Side draft once again. Larson, Elliott Sadler, side by side, coming into the tri-oval. They bump. 3 wide. The big move on the inside. A huge win for Haley.
Wow. Where did that run come from?
That was a veteran move.
They got side by side for the lead. They got slow. Haley got a big push, made it 3 wide.
He did. Man, I mean, it's like he knew that was coming.
I don't know. Tough call for NASCAR.
It is a tough call. I really think that's your natural reaction as a driver to make that move, because he thought that the 1 car was coming down. So it's he's not looking at the line. It's a natural reaction.
Well, NASCAR's made the call. They said the 24 went below the yellow line to advance his position. Winner, Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson ends up winning. Elliott Sadler on the inside again. This time about 8 inches as opposed to the 3 inches before. 5/1000ths of a second.
Coming to the white flag. Too close to call at the line. It's the last lap at Eldora, and Briscoe and Enfinger are banging doors side by side.
Freezing in the fence off 2.
Through 3 and 4. Who's going to win it at the Dirt Derby? Briscoe nudging ahead. Enfinger coming, and it's going to be Chase Briscoe. Oh, yeah.
Great finish there. We got him stacking up after the checkered. Big wreck into 1.
That was incredible. Chase Briscoe won the season finale a year ago at Homestead, and his first race of the season this year comes back and takes it again.
And, this is our Daytona for dirt guys, and, this win is for all the dirt guys out there that don't get a shot, because tonight just proves that a dirt guy can do it at this level. So just so thankful that Ford allowed me to do this race. I was begging them about 3 weeks ago to let me do it. It came together at the last minute. So just awesome to get him in victory lane.
Do it on the bottom, but you're not going to do it on the top.
2 miles left, the final lap at Michigan. Sauter trying to hold off Brett Moffitt. John Hunter Nemechek in 3rd.
Thought Brett might be laying back a little bit to get a little bit of momentum, but it brought him in the clutches of John Hunter Nemechek.
Might be what he needed. We said that push from Nemechek could be the key for Moffitt getting there.
On the backstretch, heading into turn 3, the final lap. Moffitt gets a little bit of a push, and he gets underneath Johnny Sauter.
They're side by side.
The lead and the win. Sauter and Moffitt side by side at the line. It's Brett Moffitt. He's done it again.
Good job, dude. Awesome job. Yeah, baby. That's the timing right there. Hell yeah. Good job, guys.
Another last lap pass for Brett Moffitt at Michigan. He sees Moffitt edge out Johnny Sauter at the line right there by that much.
Moffitt's going to crowd him up.
The white flag is out. 1 lap remaining. The next flag, whether it's the caution or the checkers, will end it. And Sauter is in the lead. Riley Herbst is second. Grant Enfinger third on the bottom lane. Harrison Burton, the first truck on the outside line.
Look at Brett Moffitt's on the outside, jumped in behind Gilliland trying to make something happen. Look at Grant Enfinger. Wasn't he in that wreck just a few laps ago?
Gilliland trying to get active on the outside, but it's Johnny Sauter out front with Riley Herbst right behind him.
I can't believe they're going to make it. How about Stewart Friesen not running in the 4th spot?
Sauter trying to hold off the field. Johnny Sauter eliminated from the playoffs last week, but he's going to get it done at Talladega today. Johnny Sauter holding off the crowd and winning for the second time at Talladega.
NASCAR says in their judgment, if you force a truck below the line by blocking them there, you could be black flagged. And below the line goes both those trucks. I don't know what the call will be there.
If they take this one away from Johnny Sauter, then I'm not sure that Spencer Boyd may be the guy.
That's Boyd in the white truck.
The white truck.
But I don't see where Herbst did anything wrong. He got blocked. He went below the line. He got blocked. And
certainly should be no penalty against Riley Herbst.
Johnny Sauter is not going to win the race. It's the 20 of Spencer Boyd.
Unreal is right. That's what you get at Talladega.
Unbelievable. Now Boyd's going to have to get back in the truck. He's going to have to go to victory lane. Oh, and Johnny Sauter is going to be furious.
Spencer Boyd finished 4th at Daytona. That was his career best. He did a great job there, and what an unbelievable job.
My guess is Johnny doesn't know because he doesn't have his helmet on, so there's no communication that has been able to be transferred to him. So now Spencer Boyd back in the truck and is going to.
If I was Spencer, I'd get to the victory line. Finish line, do me some burnouts. I want to celebrate this victory.
He just met Johnny on.
So Johnny Sauter has just been informed that he is being penalized for defending that position and below the double yellow line and is not the winner.
We'll send it back up to the booth. It's Johnny Sauter here watching the end of the race.
What do you guys think?
I mean, it's clear in the driver's.
On 1 to go, brought to you by Credit One.
Been a lot of questions about what position do you want to be in? Do you want to be leading or in second? I think you have to be leading. There's always a wreck with 1 to go, and then the race is over. So I think Blaney's got to be in this position.
Chase Elliott jumped out of line. That was likely his only opportunity, as he's going to get almost 3 wide there with the 13.
Tries to get help. He tries to get that help from Ty Dillon. Now, everyone fighting for every position. Down the backstretch for the final time.
Ryan Newman, huge push from Hamlin.
Here comes Newman.
Oh,
sideways.
He saved it. He saved it.
That's going to give that 12 car a chance to get another run, but Newman way out front. They're going to have a big run coming up on this 6 car down the front straightaway.
Huge block coming right here.
Blaney, as they go around the 37, almost upside down. So's the 96, Parker Kligerman. Here they come. They make contact. They're side by side. It's a photo finish at the line. Blaney and Newman were side by side when they crossed the line.
Unbelievable finish.
Yes, we did beat him regardless.
Blaney, by just a foot, is going to get the win over Newman.
And NASCAR has viewed this official.
And Kelly's with Ryan Newman.
Yeah, the difference being 7.